All right, in person this
I know.
time, which is really, really exciting. Gaz is going to do his unboxing, and well, I guess one of the major things about this particular unboxing is that it's for a class that is already widely known from everyone who's ever played or even looked into this game, starting 6 classes. So it's not special necessarily for absolutely everyone, but it is very special for us.
It is.
It's like something
I know.
absolutely brand new and something we really know very, very little about.
And I feel like I've had to avoid spoilers forever. Like, when there's a sporting event on and you haven't watched the replay yet and you have to avoid social media, or like the end of a series finale and you're like, I haven't watched the series yet, I've got to avoid everything. I feel like that's been all of our time at Frosthaven, trying to avoid like seeing anything on it.
It's like Calvin's mum with Endgame.
Yeah, that's it. Don't spoil it for people.
No. But if you've been there long enough, it's eventually going to start.
Yeah,
because you start realizing some of the positional stuff.
Yeah, that's it.
Like, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, you say things like, "Oh, you spoiled it for me," and they say, "Oh, the ending of StarCraft is like 25 years old. You should have finished it by now." So,
yeah. We did the Shackles unboxing. This is going to be somewhat similar, but probably less surprising for a lot of people. But it's still going to be our, I guess, raw response to what we're seeing and understanding how the class works.
Also, differently to the Shackles, will be funny because I imagine that there's people out there that maybe haven't played it, whereas most people have seen and or played this class. So we're going to be evaluating cards, and we're pretty much people are going to be just going wrong. That's garbage. That's garbage. That's garbage. And I'm like, whoa, this seems really cool. And they're like, you will never use that.
No.
Yeah. So this will be fun.
Yeah. Okay. So what actually happened is this: you keep crapping on about. Who said anything about retiring and all that kind of stuff?
Why are we doing? I thought we'd just open a box, right? Because it's a Friday. So
just decided to open a box.
Yeah, that's it. I think I've gone and no, there it is. Well, what happened was my delicious crab, Sebastian, who dances under the sea, or sings under the sea, he had a personal quest. I'll read it.
Yeah.
Should I read it?
Yeah, go
okay,
for it.
Cool.
Because I have not known what this is.
No, I've managed to keep it secret.
Can I have a couple steps?
3 guesses. Go.
Okay. Does it have anything to do with the number of the scenario? Okay. So there's no PQ about odd number, even number, anything in the 20s?
Actually, and then that's something that you figured out, right? Is that because I was looking through picking scenarios to do. So it's scenario-based in some capacity. Yeah. Nothing to do with the number.
Okay. So you couldn't, there was a time we ended up doing scenario 55. Right, and you were just like, I'm not going to retire off this. Yet, strangely, off 42, you were. So there were lurkers. No, 42 didn't have any. 42 had mob types. Has it got anything to do with the type of goal?
No.
Is it loot and objective?
No.
Okay. Yeah. All right.
Who are these people? They come all the way to this glory. I think that's supposed to be they.
Yeah, okay.
All right. Is that? Yeah, I know. Can we, dwarf? Is this in the errata? We need to wait. All right. Let's just assume it is. They come all the way to this glorious wilderness and then huddle together in their drab little buildings. It's madness. You will climb the tallest peak and go farther out into the snow plains and frozen seas than anyone else has done before. You will see the glorious sights yet unseen.
Okay.
Complete 5 different scenarios that require boats, climbing gear, or sleds.
Okay. Or any of those. So 5 of them with those requirements.
Yeah, you can't just repeat the same one 5 times.
Got you.
Different scenarios. Yeah. So,
but if you did 5 climbing gear ones, it's fine.
Yeah, it's not one of each. It's just do 5. Yeah. So it came at an interesting time because we had done a bunch.
That's why you were so like, is this a boat one? This is a boat one there, I did it.
Well, because there was that one that we did, the highest underwater one, right? Which is underwater. And there was questions in the community of like, is this an underwater one?
Yeah,
going underwater. Our boat is literally here.
Yeah.
Like we crashed our boat in and then they're like, no, it's not a boat one. You're like, okay. So that's why I was like, because this mattered. Because I think I was at 3 then. I was marking them off. I'm like, this puts me at 4, which means I have to be really careful. But then I think the one after it was a climbing gear or a sled or something like that. Okay. So yeah, but that's why at the end I was looking through the side scenarios, going like, yes, this one, and then you were like, oh, this one sounds gross. I'm like, oh, I've got to find a different one that'll also move me forward.
Yeah. What's the number of the PQ?
10.
Okay. I can't remember with the base game when you set it up. It starts with 8, and then the
okay.
envelopes are introducing new ones in it. So I'm wondering if that's a new one, and it wasn't part of the original.
It probably would have to be, right?
Yeah.
Because otherwise you don't start with boat, climbing gear, or sled. So it'd have to be like maybe when you unlock the
Well, we got them in the first season.
Yeah, but do you start with the workshop?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Maybe it is that then. Although no,
Okay.
because you can't build the boat straight off. You
Maybe
can't just be
not.
like round 1 boat, let's go.
I don't think the workshop's from an unlock because that would be messed up if it was. If it was
Yeah.
behind an unlock, you
Yeah,
can't do a whole bunch of stuff
Maybe
with
the
it.
upgraded one. I mean, we've got the cards right here. We
Yeah,
can probably
okay.
see. So, and people out there going wrong
Because
You
it
guys
wasn't
are wrong.
upgradable.
Yeah, it's level 1. Yeah, what the hell? Okay,
So maybe we start with it.
cool.
Maybe
Yeah,
we do start with it.
maybe
We just didn't have mats to do anything with it. Like that was a big thing.
we didn't. Yeah, I think we
didn't have hide.
Oh, that hide was rarity, yeah. But I also think we were just like, let's do all of the quests that don't revolve climbing or sledding first, and then
Because they sound harder. They sound like
Yeah.
tier 2. So we want to keep doing all tier 1.
yeah. And I think actually, don't you have to do a thing to unlock the boat?
We ended up in a situation probably from the local quest line where it was like, cool, if you want to go this way because of what's her name wants us to investigate, crabs and all that kind of stuff,
right.
you can either make your own raft or you can wait till you get a boat. And we didn't know what that
That's right.
meant.
Yeah, that's right.
What
That's
does that mean?
What do you mean?
Like, what if we went with the make a shitty raft?
I think that
Does
was
it take you to a random scenario or does it really book you for the start of it?
you just lose.
Okay.
Yeah, you can never be.
Because it was an option.
Yeah. So yeah. Anyway, so that was fun.
Okay.
So that means that Krabby and Sebastian is no more.
Yeah,
I
he's
did
dead.
manage to hit level 9 as I retired, so I got to see the level 9 card.
Yeah.
And look, I was probably I'll do a crab kind of breakdown later.
Yeah.
but
I haven't
like,
lined up for the crab pass.
Pardon?
I haven't lined up for the podcast.
Yeah, that's it. So it was probably whelmed. Like the level 9 cards seemed pretty good power level, and I could definitely see some crazy shit going on. But
Yeah,
it
okay.
was good fun.
No, no.
So now
It will be missed.
Yes, it will be missed because playing 3 cards and being able to do whatever you want is really cool.
I bet.
Yeah.
And now you get to stand in a certain spot.
Apparently, yeah. From all I can hear, is just get really frustrated because everyone else isn't doing exactly what you want them to.
Oh, I'll open it up and read that juicy cardboard on the front to see exactly how pissed off you're going to be when we don't do the things you want to do and how
Yeah.
specific they need to be.
All right, so there we go. Here it is. This is it. For those who have not seen this before, this is a banner spear.
I just love it didn't have a seal.
Oh, there's already heaps of symbols on here. All right.
That's good.
Yeah, I
Too
love
vanilla.
symbols. Yeah, exactly. I remember the Gemini when I look at my cards and be like, oh, cool. Where's my translation guide?
By the end, you were fluid in sort of
Gemini.
in Gemini.
Yeah. All right. Do I read? I won't read the flavor. You guys can look it up. Complexity 2. Okay, so that's interesting. Wonder what's the crab's complexity?
Other than Drifter.
Yeah,
Crab,
well,
I'm going to go with 3.
yeah, it is 3. Okay, cool. All right. So, which, yeah, okay. All right. Anyway, we'll talk about that later. Elemental affinities. Wind. Do you do wind?
Oh!
You like wind, don't you, all the time?
Hey, that's me.
We finally have some overlap in regards to synergies.
Okay. Wow. For some reason, Bannerspeed just reminds me of Light. I don't know. It sounds paladin-y.
Yeah, true. And she's got a bit of a sun thing going
I
on.
automatically thought it would be that. So Wind. That's so good.
And interesting enough, look, all of the bars are like medium or high. Whereas remember I was talking about the crab that has 0 for range?
Yeah.
I have 1 range card, so cool. All right, well, I won't read the fluff, but let's, do you want me to read this out? Or just read it to myself? Or
Maybe skim it to yourself, and I can make a joke. So, what did the crab say when it retired? Gas.
maybe I should just read this out. I'll just read the start part. You specialize in area attacks which require an ally.
Area attacks. Like AoE?
Yeah, I think, it must be, yeah. Area attacks which require an ally, and that's bolded. So require an ally. So already I'm screwed. To occupy each depicted blue hex. So if you, and it's got little symbols, can perform the attack ability targeting all enemies in the depicted red hexes. These area of affected descriptions can be rotated or mirrored how you like. That was the one thing I think the dwarf said. He's like, rotate and mirror formations. So you can swing around.
Yeah.
So, cool. So it's got like little pictures there. So I think the blue ones are the allies.
Yes.
So if I'm in the grey and there's an ally in the blue, then I get to do the AoE.
Okay.
So not sure if that'll.
I don't know if everyone can if they need to see that because it's kind of spoilery.
Oh, okay. We'll just blur it out then.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Cool. Banner summons do not have base move or attack stats, but they still provide powerful bonuses to you.
What was
and
that?
your allies.
Banners.
Banner summons. So I get summons.
You get pets.
You get pets. Yeah, yeah. But they don't have base move or attack stats.
Also, they just stay there.
Apparently, I don't know. They can still move when granted move abilities. Yeah. Okay. So it looks like they don't move around or attack. They just kind of chill. So maybe they're like banners.
Oh, dude. Okay.
Like I'm just.
Every single time something changes within the group, I'm looking at different synergies, obviously, with different characters and previous lineups that we've had. It's almost like, and that's probably a testament to the character design, is that every single time we lost the meteor, I'm like, no, and then we're gonna lose the snowflake, and everyone's like, trappers and all that, gonna be like, no, and now part of me is like, oh, the snowflake can move it around.
Ah, yeah, okay.
So,
no.
and probably make it better for positioning.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, that's a good point, actually. It sounds like there's a lot of synergy that we won't have.
Well, we'll keep not having.
Well,
but we
funny
have heaps
we'll
of
get,
others.
We'll get it once. Remember, like with Geminate and Snowflake,
Yeah.
where you were like, "This is amazing." I'm like, see ya.
Yeah, because
Well,
actually Snowflake uses wind as well. So.
That's going to happen because we're going to get to do one scenario together. And we're like, "Oh, this is amazing," and you're going, "See ya."
Yeah,
Cool. Yeah, and then there's a whole bunch of other text which I won't read out because it's obviously got stuff to do with the class. Health wise, or actually, all right, guess what keywords?
Well, because I don't know the flavor text on the back, and I'm not going to have you read it out. I don't know what kind of character it is. For all I know, it could be chaotic
Picture.
again. Like it looks paladin-y
Then
or
go
something
with
like
that.
that.
Go with
so
your
what is
feelings.
that? What is that? Like
Trust your
educated?
feelings.
It's educated. It's
No,
I don't know. What's the righteous ones?
no,
It's none of that. It's chaotic.
No.
It better not be chaotic.
they're all chaotic. Right?
Yeah.
No,
Okay.
it's actually one that I haven't seen.
Oh, is it
Yeah, except that it's on my crab, so I should have seen it.
strong?
No.
Crabby?
Yep, that's it. Crappy. yep, crab-like. Yep.
No, tell me.
Armored.
Oh, armored. Your crab had armored?
Yeah.
Why did you never say that?
I don't know, because it was never relevant. It's like, hey, dodge these fireballs.
We are
I'm
about to get
armored.
attacked. Do you want to be attacked or do you want to run away? And you're like, don't worry, guys. I have armored.
Oh, what's that? As if that ever came up. Persuasive
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
I think Snowflake's got persuasive.
and resourceful. So I can catch birds.
All right, nice.
So, yeah. Cool. So, health-wise, I think I've got good health.
Medium or full?
No, I think I'm full. Because it's the
24
same.
max?
26 max, yeah.
26 max.
Yeah, so 2 per level. Nice. Nice.
Hand limit.
10.
Ooh, welcome. Welcome.
I feel like I'm going backwards. I was 14, then 12, then 10.
Yeah, 14 is
I know.
a bit of a drop.
I was saying like on the Discord the other day, I'm like, I almost really want to play the Geminate again to be like, oh my god, I've got so many cards. Like seriously, 14 cards. Like I know it's 7 and 7 and all the things that I talked about with hoops, etc., etc. But 14
That's
cards.
such a
So
mind.
many cards.
Yeah, I don't
Like-
know how I'd handle that.
I actually think if I played the Geminate again, I reckon I would have a bit more fun with it because I'd be way more reckless. Knowing how the game works now, you'd be like, it's fine. Like I'm just gonna wreck shit and then.
I think that's what the conversation we were having about the kind of shackle situation and regarding the classes is trying to remember you don't have to live to the end, provided the end condition is not don't exhaust.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, that's
and
it.
that there's some people will actually benefit a lot from just blowing their load and burning things down and then going out in a blaze of glory kind of thing because that's going to push the whole team into a victory.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, well, it's like exactly. It's kind of funneling that power into a 5 or 6 burst that turns the game, right?
Like you did with Scenario 9 with when your Gemini did his mastery and expired exhausted.
Yeah,
really
that's
early.
exactly it. Yeah. See,
You, because of that, we won.
that's right, 100%. Like you killed those oozes at the end because I killed myself in the first 5 turns. Yeah.
Okay.
Wow, look at how many summons I've gotten. I've got
Holy crap.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different colored banners.
So they're all different colored
I
banners.
got like a dude. I got like another dude, and there's another dude,
As in soldiers?
and a bird. I got a bird. Maybe I get
well,
half birds.
Doesn't your
I'd be
mini...
like, I'm gonna do birds, but just you.
No, the other question is, where's the mini?
The mini is currently at the workshop.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, so it's apparently a work in progress being painted.
Yeah.
And hopefully I'll have that done by game day, and we can use some editing magic.
Because the mini has a bird, right?
The mini has a bird. It does. Yes, it does. It's in a really annoying place on the mini.
Yeah. Oh, really?
Oh, it's fine. It looks cool, but there's been a couple of parts where I'm like, oh, they put that slightly too close to this, and that's really hard to paint. But
okay.
yeah. So, but other than that, yeah, it's cool.
Yeah. Okay.
So yeah, it's been an interesting mini to paint. I
Your
saw.
punch board is like nuts. Look at
Yeah, I
mine.
know.
Look how empty mine is.
Yeah, that's like a waste. They should have just put your stuff or like on someone else's.
That's true.
Yeah. So all right, cool. Let's
You don't get a buff guy.
I don't get a buff guy. No, I don't. That's it. I don't have like some kind of dude walking around going like, I missed leg day. All right, so I guess I'm just doing this with all the level 1 cards, right?
One's X's, and if you want, your 2 and 3.
What level do we start at?
3.
All right, cool. I'm going to leave the 2s for now. Cool. All right, so at all costs, heal 3 all allies. Heal.
Heal 3 all allies.
Heals. Yep. Suffer 1 damage for each ally whose hit point value increased with the heal ability. Oh, okay. So
Okay. You're sacking yourself.
yeah, okay. I get an XP from it too. Summon reinforcements.
And with your health pool, that's pretty okay.
Yeah, it's kind of like transferring. Yeah,
But also, it's not something that you need to. Everyone can you can choose to target certain allies. Like I may not want the healing, so I'll be like, that's okay. You still get the XP, right?
What's the range on that? The top.
Well, it's targeted, so no range, just LOS.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So it's just the hey, anyone? Hey, do you want 3 hit points?
Yeah.
So next time, man.
That would have been really handy for our starter group, man.
Now when people are like heals, I'll be like, fuck. They know that I can do it, right?
Yeah.
Like, I'm out of range. You're like,
See, that's the problem.
Yeah.
See, we don't know because we didn't go through his cards when he did his unboxing. We don't know he can heal. He actually heals himself a fair bit. And at one stage, he even says, "Do you need a heal, Daddy?" And I'm like, but if he mentioned at the start, he goes, "Oh God, I can heal." That sticks in our head as, "Oh, he can actually do that when we need it." But we don't bring it up.
he's good at putting ward on yourself twice in one turn as well.
That's true.
Like ward and then ward.
Double ward is
yeah,
a
double
thing.
ward. Yeah. But the bottom is a summon reinforcement, which summons a little dude. You control the movements of this summon.
Oh wow, okay.
Okay, so it's a heal 1, move 2.
The dude does heal 1 move too.
Yeah. Doesn't attack.
Oh, he's a little like cleric or something.
Yeah, like a little support dude.
Oh wow, heals himself.
I don't know.
That's his health, isn't it?
Oh, is that health, is it? Okay, I don't know. I've never had any summons.
Okay, that's
Yeah,
fair.
is that health, is it?
I think so.
Okay, all right, yeah, that makes more sense.
Yes,
It's not the heal
yeah,
plus thing.
100%. Yes.
Okay, all right. Oh, no, they're wrong.
Jesus.
All right, shit. This is off to a rocky start, but it's not a loss.
Okay. Oh, it's not a loss.
No, so I am assuming, and again, I
you're a
probably
bojo,
be proven wrong. I'm a what?
You're a bojo.
Except that I don't take damage when I hit some of them. Yeah, and they don't do any
You're
damage.
a better. Okay.
Except, yeah, better in all ways other than doing damage.
So that's mitigation.
But I assume it's there used to make your formations go,
of course.
right?
Yeah.
So that when all your other party members are
Not
shit
helping.
in the bed, yeah, that's it. So,
So
cool.
is it a bottom?
The summon,
Yeah.
yes,
So
correct.
good, because then you can throw one down, and usually your top is going to be an attack that requires a formation. So that's a little combo you can do if no one's in the right spot.
Yeah, okay, cool. Okay, here we go. We've got my first formation one. Attack 3 with a disarm. Just,
Oh wow.
just have a disarm, right? So this is an example of them. So that's going to be, I'm there, the monster's there, and someone's on the other
Yeah,
side. So if
okay.
someone's on the other side,
It's like a flank.
yeah. So do you want me to hold these up to the
No,
camera?
I'm gonna have an
Yeah,
overlay.
okay, cool. And then we've got
As long as you read the card out.
so rallying cry.
Okay. Rolling cry.
So that's we I don't think we had a disarm on command. Have
Not
we?
like that. I mean, most of them will have some form of hoop. There is a hoop there.
Yeah, hoop. Yeah, but it's not a Geminate hoop. So, and the bottom is a banner of strength. Okay, so I assume this is going to be a theme. The banner, right? The banner spear. So I'm going to have banner cards.
You're
that do
right.
Banner things.
Yeah.
It's got 4 health. It doesn't move or do anything. All allies within range 2 add +1 to one of their attacks each turn.
Oh, okay.
It is a loss.
Ooh.
So it is a loss.
You save that for a fill turn.
Yeah. Well, this is great. With
What's the
Phil,
range
right?
on it?
Within range 2.
Okay.
So yeah, it's great with Phil because he does lots of baby attacks,
Yeah.
right? So,
And I suppose they will count they count as allies for you.
I guess so. Yeah. I mean, that doesn't say anything. Yeah. I mean, I assume that they're allies, right? That's
Yeah.
a summon. Yeah.
Yeah, I would
So
say
you can plonk it down and
Yeah.
yeah, cool. So that's pretty cool. So far, the initiative on these ones have been real shit.
Like define real shit.
Real shit.
Like I'm averaging 65 at the moment.
So at all costs was 60. This is 71.
Okay.
And the next one is 83. So I feel like we're going to be at 120 by the time I finish.
Okay. Good.
So
It's gonna be weird to go so late.
yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. So
Okay.
I guess maybe so everyone can move into position and then you can go in and do your shit.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Don't know. Cool. Unbreakable wall. Attack 3 with a push 1, hitting 3 targets if I'm standing next to someone.
Okay.
So like that.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Yeah.
Three damage.
Yeah, 3 damage, 3 hits is pretty cool.
Your AoEs are nuts. I just realized that's a lot of damage.
Yeah.
Even at the start, that's crazy.
Yeah. So, and the bottom is 1 shield. All your range attacks have -1 range. Oh, it's a permanent. Persistent. Yeah. So just have a shield.
Okay.
All of these giving XP, by the way. All the tops of these so far. So already.
Yeah, well, to line up those things, you need to be rewarded.
True.
Other than the fat damage you seem to be able to do, you need to be rewarded somehow because that's obviously not enough.
Yeah, pretty much. Javelin.
Oh, you got a spear card.
I do.
So you're not just banners and you use spears as well.
I'm a banner javelin.
Oh,
Yeah, they should have named. Yeah, okay.
nice.
Cool. This one's probably the most complex one I've seen so far. Attack 3 at range 3.
Attack 3, range 3, yeah. Oh shit. Okay. Yeah, gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds it's
like-
thematic. It's thematic.
Yeah.
It sounds javelin-y.
I haven't played the Drifter, so I don't understand cards like that.
Yeah, okay. You'll get used to them. They're kind of
It does generate wind.
Okay. Ooh, I like that.
So it's not like the Drifter. It's like one more level advanced than Drifter.
It is. It's got an extra symbol.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the bottom is move 1, push 2, range 3. Okay, that's going to be really helpful because Mark, while having the extra real estate to throw his traps around, one of the things I think he's looking at is there's no one to push and pull. Like that seems pretty cool that he could go right early-ish, throw a trap, and then I can go and then I can push something. Just because we don't have a lot of pushes.
It'll just be. I don't have any that I've seen.
Yeah.
Like not a single one, other than that item I got. And Phil, I don't think Phil does either. Phil only just has damages. No pushes,
damages.
pulls, disarms, just damages.
And that one is called Javelin.
Okay.
Cool. Deflecting maneuver. Attack 2.
Sounds like retaliate.
It does not have retaliate.
Okay.
It's an attack 2, eat win to make an attack 3 with advantage. All attacks targeting you this round gain disadvantage.
Okay.
Okay, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
It's 15 as well. The last one was 21, so there's a couple of speedy ones.
Yeah.
And the bottom is 2 shields. This shield only applies to ranged attacks. Interesting. It's like the opposite of my Krabian.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. So if you know you're going to get Algok's archers.
It sounds very frontliney.
Everyone would have been listening to our first go on about the Algok's archers.
Yeah.
Like just have a banner spear and it doesn't matter, right?
Yeah.
But we didn't.
No, we had
we had to man mode the and face tank the archers.
I had to, but yeah.
Yeah, you did, and you did a great job.
Oh, thanks.
All right, tip of the spear. 3 attack, pierce 3, basically in a straight line if there's an ally behind me. That seems annoying. So it's like that.
Oh.
So yeah.
But still.
Move 4 at the bottom is going to be...
The amount of damage that I think can pump out at level 1, I'm already like, I can sort of... Like people have mentioned, like the amount of damage that it can put out, it can be quite impressive if you can... But I can see where you need the coordination to make it happen. From not just us, from them being in the right position at the right, that kind of thing. Picking the right formation for the lineup of where enemies are. They're this way, they're that way. Do you have to go this way and then shoot that way, or all that kind of stuff?
Yeah, I kind of seeing now, like being the last of the starter classes, where the kind of synergies would be between them, like and what you could do to maximize that. Like definitely with the Bone Shaper having the allies again makes it easier for some of these to go off, but also having the Blink Blade, like some of these damage combinations would be ridiculous, like as in the numbers that you're pulling out, right? So cool. Combined effort, attack 3 with a wound, and it's basically if I'm standing next to someone, the person next to us gets hit. So it's just in a little triangle. Move 2, grant 2 allies within 2, move 2. That's cool.
Move 2, grant allies within range.
2 allies within range.
Oh,
2,
wow.
move 2. So yeah, move 2 and then come over here. Okay, so I can see that being really helpful for setting things up. Like, if people aren't in position, I do that and I
What
move them in
initiative is that?
32.
Just trying to think for that with birds. How would that work?
Yeah, it's kind of like birds.
Yeah, but imagine with birds.
Oh, yeah, true. Birds goes, then this goes, and then I go, and then you go. And it's like, we just
And
leave
everyone's
for-
getting +2 on movement.
Yeah, and then Mark throws down his speed ramp trap thing. So anytime we walk on a trap, we just go,
Holy shit, we
"Chow."
just go all F0 on them.
Yeah. Oh, no, it doesn't work. Okay, because jump, you can't set it off.
Oh, the traps.
Yes.
Yeah, well, who cares?
But yeah. Cool. Whenever, set for the charge. Whenever an enemy moves or teleports from a hex not adjacent to you to a hex adjacent to you, this round that enemy suffers 2 damage.
Run that by me
Anytime
again.
anything moves next to you.
Anything moves next to you. Okay.
Whenever an enemy moves, basically,
Yeah.
if they end their turn, if they weren't next to you and then they end next to you, they take 2 damage, and it's at 6.
Is it persistent?
6
Oh, it's
initiative.
for a round. Okay. Wow. 6 initiative is nuts.
6 initiative.
That allows you to get that actual guarantee, nearly emergency heal on the group that when Phil needs it.
That's right. The only thing it doesn't beat is like those stupid Frost M5 shield things, right? Or the wolves. And the bottom is a move 4. So I mean, a 6 initiative move 4 sounds pretty cool as well.
Yeah, okay. 6 initiative move 4, yeah.
I mean, a 6 initiative card in general is pretty cool.
But to pair it with something that you obviously need to get into a position to for any reason or get to something really quickly without getting immobilized is probably pretty nuts.
Pincer movement, attack 5.
Hopefully it might be tricky to pull off.
Be on the other side of someone, literally just flanking.
Didn't you have another card like that? No. Yeah, they were slightly off center. Yeah, okay.
Attack 5.
Wow.
It's not a burn.
No, okay, sure.
I mean, I guess, again, the tricky thing with this is that somebody else or me needs to be on the other side of them.
Yeah.
So I'm seeing, again, a lot of this, well, the
You.
blink bait is not going to want to be...
No, you want to be on the other
Yeah,
side.
well, it's mostly going to be me, right?
Yeah.
There's going to be like, the frontliner here goes in, and then I need to jump over them and then do that. But
It could be that, or it could be, hey, you know, your little squire boy, go there, I move 2 around the other side and do that.
yeah, that's it. Or I just tell Phil to move in the middle of all the monsters, and then I just punch. Yeah. So, but also muddle.
Oh,
And
wait,
muddle.
what?
Attack 5 and muddle.
Oh, shit, okay.
That seems bonkers.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, and the bottom is a move 1, loot 1.
Oh,
So,
okay.
yeah, that's pretty cool.
You know, after seeing all of these attacks, etc., it'd be very cool to look at the perks as well. To actually see kind of where that modified deck's going to go, because the crab had a shitload of attacks, but you know they were like kind of okay attacks, right? And you were just building up with how many your numbers of attacks and damage sources were really high.
Yeah.
If this is like, you know, remove a -1 and add a +3 or something like that, it'd be stupid.
Yeah.
Like it'd be crazy to see where the modified deck changes.
Well, that's with the crab. What I ended up doing was just making sure I had an advantage all the time. That was the way that I got around the deck. So, regroup, heal 2, range 2, regenerate. At
Okay, you got a regen.
25. And the bottom is grant 2 allies within range 3, move 3. So another heal.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm really feeling like we missed this class for our first group because it seems really good.
Yeah, it's really good.
Like it seems it's got everything,
It
right?
does.
Like it has.
Well, like Drifter, remember Jack of all trades?
No,
like
I know, Jack of all trades. No, I know. But I'm just saying, like, that there's been a couple of heal cards in this. There's been some move people around cards. Like this seems more utility.
Yeah.
But the damage also
But
seems
with also
quite good.
great damage potential.
Yeah. Well, actually, it's a really good point because I don't think any of these attacks so far have just been just hit, other than that javelin one. So, formation. That one there is an attack 2. So, which is in any time. The javelin, formation. So yeah, I think damage is going to be super reliant.
Is it fair to say, just based on like early thoughts right now, that Bannerspear and Drifter would be a really good combo together? Because if you've got, let's say we replace the Bannerspear with, the Drifter that we had in our original party with the Bannerspear, the rest of the party is quite far behind a lot of the times. The Drifter's always going to be up front as well, so those two would work quite well together, especially
so.
with banners, and Drifter helps set up positionals. banner helps to soak things up and also support with some healing. And yeah, I think it
Yeah.
would. I think if anyone wants to start a party and they had those two in there, plus I don't know, a Bone Shaper and a Deathwalker or something, I think that'd be really good.
Yeah, I think so. I think probably more so than when the Blink Blade, because the Blink Blade's going to not want to be in combat because it is just a bit more squishy.
Yes.
Whereas the Drifter has the ability to. I've only got a couple left. So so that was regroup. Cool. Resolved Courage. Okay, cool. So this one looks a bit funky. Attack 3, Immobilize. AoE.
Attack 3, Immobilize. Ooh, that's like a combination of one of the other ones you have.
Yeah.
Where it's like that. But you need another person kind of there. Okay, Attack 3, Immobilize. Okay.
Yeah, so this looks like an interesting one as well because, again, it's a person behind me. So there's a few that seem like I need a person to be one away from the monster that I'm going to hit, which is an annoying distance.
Range to be.
Because,
Wait, one away?
yeah, because the person's got to be behind me.
That I can do that, like, because that's perfect for me. I need to be close enough to do certain things, but I like being at roughly range 2.
Yeah, okay, cool.
Yeah.
That's cool. And the other cool thing is this is initiative 10. So it's
Oh,
like, this,
you're crapping on about how
yeah,
slow
because
you are.
they're like all 60 to like, or like 60, 70, 80, and then like 6 to 10. Like,
That's
I'm either going to be
nuts.
going like lightning.
You're a
quick.
Blink Blade.
Yeah, I'm going. Yeah, Phil will be like, I'm going slow. I'm like, me too. So, and the bottom is add 1 to the next attack ability performed by you or an adjacent ally this round.
Persistent or round?
No,
Every
just one round. Yeah. So I suppose that can be okay if I'm again, if I don't need to move, I don't have a good bottom to play, and I'm next to Phil. I could be like, Phil's like, I'm going to do 3 attacks because he does that pretty. When he's like, I'm going off, he can do like 2 or 3 attacks. And it's just next attack ability. That would be the whole card.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, dwarf.
Mm,
So yeah, cool.
define the attack ability.
Incendiary throw. That's like the fire word that I can't say because yeah. Attack 1. Oh, this is garbage. Let's ditch that card.
Yeah.
No, attack 1,
Gemini
range
card.
3. If the target suffers damage from this attack, the target and all agenemies.
Agenemies?
Agenemies.
That's such a good name.
Coined agenemies, right? There you
Yeah.
go. That saves us time.
There's nothing more genius than combining 2 words to 1, and it still makes sense.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
Target all. We need one for allies now.
Ajalas.
Ajallies and agenemies.
Yeah.
So if the target suffers damage from this attack, the target and all enemies adjacent to the target gain wound. So it's like an AoE wound. But you got to hit something. You hit something and deal damage to it and get through the. It only does 1
Which
damage.
is why it's 1 damage. So
Yeah,
it's,
yeah.
okay, a bit more situational.
Yeah. Well, if it's got a shield, then no chance. But if you draw -1, then also get wrecked. So, and then I've got Summon Torchbearer. So this is another summon. This is a lost card though. 5 health, movement 2, attack 1, range none, and it wounds. Okay, so it runs around wounding people.
Okay.
Seems okay.
I mean, that's what I'm planning on doing, but...
Well, yeah, this is where some of that stuff like does stack. I mean, that's what happened with my crab towards the end. There was a couple of cards like poison everyone, wound everyone that I just stopped taking because I'm like, that overlap would be annoying for both of us.
Oh, not necessarily. I'm only targeting one thing.
Well, I'm retired now. So.
Yeah, of course.
Driving Inspiration. So this is the last X card. That was an X card, by the way, and so was
Okay.
the Resolve Courage. So,
Okay.
yeah. And the last X card is attack 2 at range 4 with advantage. Great.
Attack 2, range 4 with advantage.
Gain
and...
light. Create light.
Okay.
Okay, cool. And then the bottom is summon Banner of Hope. So it's got 4 health.
It's going to be healing.
At the start of their turns, grant allies within range 3 heal 1.
Okay.
So like a healing.
Yeah, the little beacon. Okay.
So yeah, interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting. So pretty cool.
I think you're actually going to have a lot of fun with that.
I think so too. Yeah, I'm going to have a lot of fun. I think there's a lot of frustrations. It's going to be like, I mean, witnessing the conversations we've had the last couple of weeks with you and Phil of like, what are you doing? Where are you going to be? Right. And then that just never working. Like you can't even vaguely indicate. It's like you pick your cards before I pick my cards and you guys both do that and then nothing happens.
No.
Yeah.
I think what I'm liking about that is that there's still simplicity in some of the, you don't have to jump through too many hoops, but you've got the positioning of where you need to be, which is going to be what keeps the character fresh and challenging at the same time. There's nothing worse than that was the issue I was running into the with the drifter. After a while, it was like, I know I'm going to hit something relatively hard. I'm going to pierce through the shield. I'm going to do X, Y, Z, and then move my little discs around. But every single time you look at the board, the state of the game is going to change a little bit.
Yep.
And then working out which card for which formation based on where we are and where they're lined up to maximize the amount of AoE, I think it's going to keep it relatively fresh for quite a while.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. It's going to be constantly trying to, as you said, as the board evolves, find how to optimize the damage rather than, again, and it's not to shit on it, but the Drifter was a lot more about, I got to manage my tableau, and if that's managed well, I'm going to pump, right? Like, it was more like, I manage this stuff, get myself in the right place, and then just going to play the right cards in the right order and win. Whereas I feel like, in comparison, because then they're probably not that much different in complexity, but this is probably more in the card play and the positioning.
This is where I'm wondering how much of it, like from a ratio point of view, a lot of the characters we're playing up here. So Drifter we're playing up here as opposed to down there. Snowflake I'm playing down there and not really so much up here.
Yeah.
Now with Shackles I'm playing up here again, right? So I've gone from Snowflake where I'm down there and I'm looking up here, managing my conditions and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
What they have is not as big of a deal. It's a glance, right? I go, okay, that one doesn't. I only do this much damage, etc. But most of it's up here. Where would that kind of sit? I imagine the crab is a lot of the times up here. Because you're managing Tide.
Yeah, yes and no. I mean, I think is it set and forget, and not as much up here from a Drifter perspective because they're just there, right? Like, and they're buffs that you put on yourself. So it's more. I mean, the crab's more. It's up here. Pick 3 cards.
Yeah. Okay.
Like, how do I play one card for move and then get 2 attacks?
Yeah.
That's kind of what it evolved into. So, yeah.
You doing 2s and 3s?
Yeah, I can have a look through them. Okay, cool. I guess it'd be interesting to see where it goes because. All right, Meat Grinder.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So this is another pincer type one. So we've got ally there, I'm there, and then 2 in between us.
Yeah.
So this is like the other flanking that is that weird flanking, right? Like, so attack 4 wound. So that's pretty spicy on 2 targets.
Oh, these guys are so good.
Yeah, I think
It's just like it's got 8 damage potential just like that. Just from a raw, if you pull +0 and you're hitting 2 targets,
Yeah.
it's nuts. As not lost, right?
and then
Just for context,
Yeah.
the Drifter back then had another card that was similar to that. Now it was. I'm just trying to think about it. It was like your positioning and the 2 adjacent, and it was just quite boring looking. It was like attack 2, targeting these 2, and that was it. Now, obviously, you factor in crushing weight. I'm just saying, and that's built into the character less so, but it just, I mean, that's still 10 damage, I guess. But still, you're moving the token twice, right? There's no other conditions other than having the person in the right spot.
That's that part where you had to manage that down there because, that's great and you can do it, but that ticks 2 of your crushing weight ticks. And if that drops off, you don't get that back, right? Like, and I know there's other ways which we didn't have access to then to get them back.
No,
but that's the thing you had to manage because you go, well, if I just go hard, that was the problem with the range build, right? Is that it just dropped off too quickly.
Yes,
because every time
you want to attack multiple things.
Yeah,
at target. Next minute you're
it's all gone.
More,
and if you don't draw those refreshers in your deck, you're like, well, I can't do anything. Yeah, so that's where that's tricky. Again, just as a comparison to, say, something like this with the Geminate, and I think that's the problem that I felt was that this card for the Geminate would read attack 2. It would be in melee form, you can hit these 2 targets, but do 2 damage. And I found constantly very early, especially early with a crappy modifier deck, it was just no good. And then if you gave yourself Muddle because you wanted to do something cool the previous turn, you're like drawing like disadvantage on an attack 2, you're basically not doing any damage. So that was why that payoff wasn't there. Was this seems to just go on the other way. It's like they forgot to.
The only other thing I'm now realizing and thinking just before you continue is those situations where the group is dying and in trouble and people start dropping off one by one, your power level goes down.
Yeah, it's a good point. Actually.
So if you're the last one standing.
Yeah.
That's not good.
Yeah. You can't man mode it. Yeah, like my crab could.
Yeah.
My crab would be like, don't worry, guys. Like, I'll just, I'm going to push through. And same with the Drifter. I think the Drifter had the opportunity or the capability of being like, you know what, everything's up. I'm just going to like just going to absolutely wreck face. But yeah, it's a good point. It's very reliant on eyes. So I suppose that's probably why the summon cards need to get held until later. Like they're going to be really important for someone's out of position, someone's dead.
Or we've split up.
Well, yeah, actually, it's another good one, right? Like, imagine doing the mirror one by yourself with this. Like, you'd be like, oh, well, I guess I'll just move to attack 2, right? So, yeah. The bottom is a move 3, heal 1, range 1, regenerate.
Oh, wow, okay.
So, range 1 heal's not great, but again...
But with regen and 3 move, I mean, that's pretty good.
Well, just a 3 move in itself. I have that's level 2, isn't it? So, that's first choice. The second one is pinning charge. Attack 2 at range 3. Eat wind to add a range and immobilize and gain an XP. Add 1 damage for each ally adjacent to the target. Okay, so it's an attack 2, potentially it doesn't go increase the damage. So it's an attack 2 at range 3, ignoring the rest of the element text, and it gets buffed 1 attack for every ally adjacent to the target.
Oh, wow.
With the Bone Shaper, early
I was
Bone.
just thinking
Yeah,
that.
you were like, all right, guys, stacks
Bone
on.
Shaper, Drifter, and maybe one of your banners up, and
Yeah. So that's an interesting one.
yeah, okay.
And the bottom is grant 3 allies within range 4, move 2.
Oh, wow.
Okay, so there's, you know, all those ones we had were like, oh, running so hard, we're all so slow. Yeah, well, again.
we're losing birds, but we're gaining a mini birds at the
Yeah,
same
like,
time. And
yeah.
that's it's not a loss, surely.
Well, it's not a loss, but this is worse because I don't get to move. This is just
Fine.
grant 3 allies move 4.
Yeah, but you're going to have a
move 2.
lot of allies.
Yeah. Well, I suppose again, this is another one of those ones. It's like, all right, everyone, I need you to be in better places. Like, I feel like it's like the person running the formation or drama show.
quarterback.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, that's. Yeah, well, that's going to be hey. So, Phil, do you think you could end there? He's like, no. I'm like, yes, you will.
You could.
You'll be there.
Yeah.
All right. Oh, okay. This is level 3. Well, actually, I guess initial thoughts, and it'll be because I'm going to do the same thing that you did. I'm going to play at level 3, but without picking my cards, just to get a feel,
100%.
and then go into it.
Yeah.
But just as an initial thoughts, I'm probably. Oh, it's actually really.
It's actually hard. I couldn't see one that flat out stood out more than the other.
Yeah, I don't know. The pinning charge from it depends on how locked I get from not being able to do much because people aren't in the right space. Because that then A, helps me set up, but B, also gives me a range attack that just lets me hit. Like, oh, you know what? I need to do 2 damage to something. Right, okay, I can do it. And whereas the meat grinder has massive damage potential, but again, finding people in that position might be tricky. So, all right, level 3, let them come. Okay, attack 2 with poison.
What's with the word come in your cards? Sorry.
This is a formation, so basically next to.
So it's Perry Piper.
No, because I'm next to.
Okay, gotcha.
And then it's the one in front, and then the 2 beyond that.
Looks gross.
Yeah. But the ally. Okay, hang on. So attack 2 with poison. Target the ally in the blue hex of the attack ability and self. Oh, heal 2.
Oh,
Okay. So it's going to heal me and the person I'm next to, and it's going to attack 2 and poison the one in front of me and the 2 beyond that.
Yeah, okay.
That's pretty cool.
It is. What worries me about that is I've seen a lot of cards where it's kind of like it gives you the classic triangle, right? I've had that on the Drifter with arrange the card. I've used it once in one of the scenarios. There are so many times where that's not a thing.
What do you mean?
The 3 enemies lined up like that.
Oh, yeah, totally.
That's the only thing. And it's kind of like the next part will be weighing up those 3 target attacks. How many of those are actually going to be 2s? And how many of those are going to be like, do I do this? Do I not do this? I want to maximize this.
100%. Well, I guess the thing looking at that is that is if somebody's next to a monster, I can move up and heal us both 2. Like heal 2, attack 2, and poison on the enemy.
Yeah.
And that's not a loss. It's pretty good. Like if you had a card that said heal an adjacent ally, attack 2 and poison an enemy, you'd be like, yeah, I'd play that.
Yeah, it's just the extra bonus. Yeah, that's 100% true.
So, but I get what you mean.
Yes.
Yeah, I had that all the time.
Or if it wasn't all those bonuses, yeah.
Yeah. So, and the bottom is Banner of Courage, 7 health banner. Jesus, it's tankier than Mark.
Oh.
All adjacent allies gain 1 shield.
Okay.
That's pretty cool.
That is cool.
Yeah. Oh, okay. So I guess the other thing I didn't think, because these don't move, right? but I can move them with move cards.
yeah.
Okay. All right. Because I was like, oh, I feel like putting these down, then it's going to be like, oh, I left my banners all the way.
Yeah.
Like breadcrumbs back to the start,
Yeah,
right? You just follow the banners.
No, definitely
um,
give them movement, which is kind of where I think like a snowflake would also aid you potentially in doing that.
Just moving it slightly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Yeah, interesting. Cool. So that's the first level 3 card. And the second one is, my first lost card, actually, other than summons. Yeah, okay. Head of the Hammer.
Okay.
All right. Attack 7.
Okay. Fuck.
With
Alright.
stun.
Wow. That's clutch.
Like, it's a pincer.
Yeah,
It's a
okay.
flanking one. It's a
That
loss.
could be very clutch. Yeah, all three. I think it's the first card
I've never seen 3, the
no.
number 3 in the XP symbol.
3
Yeah.
XP.
Yeah. So, yeah, a big hit and a stun.
Yeah.
Look, that's interesting, right? Because what are you hitting for 7 damage? Again, assuming you draw a 0, that you also want to stun, that's not going to die.
It has to be a boss, right?
That's probably immune to stun.
A lot of the times, yes. I think so. I think some of the Algox brutes, like guards and all of that, and claw crushers, we're looking at elite ones at our difficulty, probably hovering around the 18 to 20 health.
Yeah, that's true.
But they're not that dangerous as well.
Yeah.
That warrants a stun. So you're right.
The stun itself is just an interesting thing on that. I suppose, I mean, it's really late. It's just an interesting combo. And especially because it's a burn, so it's just like once off.
I suppose you're looking at it as an emergency stun more than anything on a creature that is about to summon a fucking eels or something like that.
That's true. Or I guess on the other hand, it's a because I mean, someone's got to be on the other side, right? So it's okay, we're going to kill this. I'm going to hit it really hard and stun it, so that even if we go after it next turn, it's not going to get a turn.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like just kill it next turn.
Yeah.
And then the bottom is a move for...
I mean, what is that card really for? Ultimately, it's going to be shit within the end of the scenario with 1, I need 3 XP.
3 XP, that's right. This card says gain 3 XP.
Line up so I can get this off.
Yeah. Actually, that's another really good point. While all of those cards have had XP on them and it's looked easy to do it, they're all the formation cards.
Yeah.
So if you're not
That
doing
burn
formations...
part of trying to get your XP out at the end.
It's a different puzzle to the Geminate, which was like, okay, burn as many cards as you can to get XP. So, and the bottom is move 4, muddle all within range 1, make wind. So again, that's an interesting thing because it's like a top that you're probably not going to use. I mean, you can only use it once, right? Because it's a burn. And the bottom move 4 is good. But there were a couple other move 4s in here that I think I'll take over it.
I do love a move 4.
Yeah, the movement seems pretty good on this. I think definitely jump boots are going to be...
None of them are jump.
No. But with a lot of those earlier cards, I think I'm going to have to be saving up my dollary dues and putting jump on some of these. I know it's what I think I've talked about this on the pod before. Like, that's mostly what I used the enchanter for in Gloomhaven, was go through and pick your move 3, move 4, and just put jump on them because it's like 50 gold. So you're like, all right, there we go. So, yeah, cool. Awesome. So that's them. I guess initial thoughts... what do you think? Again, before I go
I'm really excited. No, I'm glad it hasn't felt as vanilla as the Drifter in a way. The Drifter's not vanilla by any means, but I mean, you know what I mean. It's kind of like you're playing... This is the thing that we've talked about on the pod and things that I was concerned about, but then I was told otherwise by people in the community, like just based on general discussions, is that every character has a shtick that they're working around. So that once you get... Like, we're in year 2. We're like halfway through year 2, right? Over that, the Bannersby and unlocking something like this is not going to be like unlocking the Tinkerer and just going, oh God, we're this far into the game and I've just unlocked this starter and look how like plain it is. It's so like crap.
Yeah.
It still has a place and it still is going to be very effective. And that's what I like.
Yeah.
Is that you're not coming into here going, I picked a starter, I regret it.
Yeah, it's a really good point, actually. And without going too soon, because I haven't seen this in action, watching the Blink Blade, again, being 2 years into the calendar, and now seeing this come out, I agree. They've done a really good job of making it not feel like a starter. Like, we know it is, but if this would have been an unlocked class, like if we were like, oh, you unlocked the
could have been
Battle
an unlock.
and we opened it, I wouldn't have been like, oh, well, they really dropped the ball on this one. This
No.
seems super basic.
Yes.
So, yeah, I agree. It's it felt in line with everything else.
Yes.
You know, it's got its kind of thing. It's got some cool things to learn. Not just like, oh, here's just point and click.
Yeah.
So, Yeah, all right, let's have a look. All right, cool. So, I mean, well, I'm not going to read through everything,
No,
but
the
I mean,
juicy ones.
overall, the looks like the deck building is replace minus cards with shield cards, replace zeros with extra attacks.
Extra attacks.
So with attack, like
At
with extra
target?
+1,
No.
no, but doing more damage for adjacent.
Okay.
Um, and then a whole bunch of status effects. Ignore item effects and
Nice.
remove 1/-1. Okay,
Okay.
so that's the same as the Crabian. At the end of each of your long rests, grant one ally within range 3 move 2. It's okay. It's one tick.
Okay.
So
It makes you somewhat useful for every time you long rest. You're still contributing and helping reposition people.
Yeah,
And give them movement like Mark. Yeah.
guaranteed to forget this for the first 5 to 10 scenarios.
Which is funny because they give us these reminder cards now.
Yeah, they
right?
do. Yeah, that's it. Whenever you open a door with a move ability, add +3 move.
Wow.
That's really cool. I mean, we don't have doors in this. We need your door summon
Yeah,
class.
yeah.
Where's the door summoner?
We haven't unlocked it yet.
Yeah, okay, true. And then here's the 2-ticker. Once each scenario during your turn, gain 2 shield for the round.
Oh, okay. No, I think it'd be during your turn, right? You'd call it.
I guess so.
You'd be like, I'm going
Or
at 6
during-
and I'm using my thing.
During your turn.
Yeah, okay.
Once each scenario during your turn, gain 2 shield for the round.
That's weird. Like, it's good. I think it's good because it's this fail-safe. Look, there could have been something more exciting there.
Yeah, this is probably the most like least exciting part. Like it's good, right? Like gain 2 shield can't be bad.
That's 100% the first one they came up with. And they were just like, and everyone's like, that's great. Like, they're all gonna, and then they went up from there and created more interesting ones.
Yeah,
Like, it is good, but it is a slight letdown. I like it. I just,
Yeah.
there was, I don't know.
Yeah, I was looking forward to more. Like I don't know, anything. But yeah, no, I mean like again, yeah. No, that seems fine. Masteries, let's just see.
Just quickly with that
Yeah.
2-poker, you're not getting that, are you?
No, 100%. Not a chance.
That's going last, isn't it?
Well, I would say last. Look, I mean, if I manage to end up with an excess of perk ticks and don't have anywhere to put them, then maybe I'll grab it.
It's also because it's once per scenario.
Look, actually, in saying that, if I think about my turns on Crabian, right, like when I went full shields and went full retaliate, I haven't seen any retaliate cards in here, so that's obviously not an option, but there is a retaliate potion. Even not from the retaliate perspective, there is a world in which I see myself jumping in to the middle to tank, also to do an attack, so that I can do a pincer type attack thing and just drawing fire and being like, I mean, we know how strong 2 shield is, right? Like 2 shield is like, okay, cool. You're probably not going to take heaps of damage this turn, and maybe then just soak a turn of damage. So I can see it as a no shit button. Like, okay, we are in trouble. And if I think about, let's say, the last scenario where we had those night demons, and we're like, oh, this is really awkward. They're all swarming around, and we don't want anyone really to get hit. I feel like maybe that's one of those cases. Like, look, guys, I'll jump in and just take the hits.
Yeah.
You know, and everyone rest or do what you need to do, and then we can heal back up.
Yeah.
And plus with the it was one of the early ones, the disadvantage one. All attacks targeting you this round gain disadvantage. So the deflecting maneuver and that disadvantage and 2 shield.
It lets you do a lot of tanking stuff.
Well, once.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One round of, oh shit,
Oh, where's the?
throw Gaz in
All
there.
right, here we go. Summon Banner of Hope. Right. So I know that's the heal. There's the shield one. The shield banner.
It's a level 2.
Yeah, the shield banner, drop the 2, use the 2 thing, gain disadvantage, 3 shield disadvantage. You're pretty much not taking much damage that turn.
No.
Drink a retaliate potion and just
It's the real not exciting way to tank.
because it only happens once.
And it's not, you're not retaliating off it at the same time,
Yeah.
which is what you have been used to doing
Yeah.
on 2 different classes.
Oh, look, I'd feel real bad if everything bombarded me and I took no damage, and then I look at the damage meter and it's just like blank. So I might have to, if I'm going to go down that path, I might have to brew myself the retaliate potion just because.
sense.
So, cool. Masteries really quickly. Attack at least 3 enemies with each of 3 different area effect attack abilities.
So 3 of your formations having 3 creatures What in a scenario?
It must be in a scenario. Attack at least 3 enemies, okay, with each of 3 different area of effect attack abilities. Yeah,
okay.
so 3 different
Formations,
cards,
yeah.
formation cards.
You'd have to track that. That sounds annoying.
There's 1. No. Okay, 2. So you can't do it at level 1 because there's only 2, 3. Did they? And still not at 3. Oh, you could grab that at 3. So earliest you could do it would be level 3. If I took a specific level 3 card. So okay, cool. Interesting though. You know how you have that card that lets you add a target? That'd count, right? Because it's just
It's
saying
not an AoE. It's an add target.
no.
I
Like
don't
if I
know.
had an attack 2,
yeah,
right, and then it said, I wonder about that. Well, at dwarf,
yeah.
can I add target?
You need,
Can I
like-
add target to?
You need a dwarf signal.
We need like a dwarf chatbot.
Yeah, okay.
So yeah, and the next one is perform a banner summon ability on your first turn. Keep the banner alive and within range 3 of you for the entire scenario. Oh, that sounds fun.
Say that again.
Basically, summon a banner,
Yeah.
and then keep it alive and within range 3 the whole scenario.
So that would work on those scenarios where it's one tile.
Like the elevator. I know 2 people have claimed that. Said
They
that-
finished the mastery.
Yeah, they're on that one. So that would be.
Would that be that one?
That would be that one. Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Because that's easy because you're not going anywhere, right?
Yeah.
So, yeah, interesting. That's one of those ones that, again, with the snowflake would be
Really handy.
yeah,
To keep it going.
Yeah, because it'd be
Yeah.
like, shit, I don't have a move thing, and I'm gonna get
Oh,
stuck.
do you want to
here.
complete your fucking mastery
Yeah,
on your
maybe we'll do
first?
it on.
Oh.
Yeah. So, yeah.
Well,
cool.
look, I can grant, right? Snowflake can grant, but it's not like, you want to grant, you want to grant, you want to grant, you want to grant. Like, there's literally one card I have that grants it. There's another card I have that allows me to pull an ally,
Yeah. Okay. Yep.
being the banner. So,
Yeah. Interesting. No, look, I'm pumped. I'm really looking forward to playing and giving it a go and getting really frustrated at everyone for not being where I want them to be all the time.
I don't think that. I think you'll catch on to it fairly quickly. And I
What, that
think
you're never
we'll-
going to be in the right position?
No, well, I think we'll be forced to be in the right position.
Because I'll just move you.
Yeah.
You're like, can you move there? No. Well, then I'm going to move.
We'll just get to the point where we're just like, guys is moving us again. You let us know where you want to be. We're all going to go and get something to eat.
Oh, dear. Nah, I think it will be fun trying to coordinate that stuff. So, yeah. But I'll have to have a look through the items and stuff and see what it is. But I definitely think jump boots is
That's always fun, actually, shopping. Shopping and working out how you're going to deck it out with items and sort of planning that. Like, I'm sort of doing that at the moment with the shackles, and I still don't have a helmet because I can't commit to what I want, right? Or a chest piece for that matter.
Look, if it's any, just buy everything. That's the...
You know what? We need to go through Gaz Shop because we need to see what's going to go back in there
Yeah.
to see whether or not there's anything there we need.
That's right. That's
Exciting. We'll unlock the shop. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you so much for doing your unboxing.
No, this is heaps of fun.
Yeah, and I look forward to seeing how this all goes. Yeah.
No worries.
Shit, I want to say the thing.
What? When it comes to rolling terribly?
That's the one.
It's all